What is etiquette? Etiquette is a set of norms of personal behavior in polite society. They can be practiced in a professional or social setting, at home or alone. Types of etiquette: self-education and control, hygiene, social norms, the art of conversation, visits, courtesy, table manners, and meal etiquette. The table is one of the places where the level of education and culture of a person is more clearly and quickly revealed. There are the rules of etiquette used when eating or about to eat, most commonly at a table. This also includes the use and order of utensils. Most people get confused when it comes to knowing the use and worse, the order of each utensil. When setting up a table, you must know what each utensil is for and their order. Today, only some will be demonstrated. The knives are placed on the left side of the plate, and their cutting edge must be towards the plate. The forks match with the knife's size. The table napkin must be neatly folded and placed on the side of the plate or into a design on top. The spoons are placed on the right side of the plate, biggest to smallest. The bread plate will always be on the left top corner of the dinner plate, whereas the wine glass will be placed on the right side, slightly diagonal to the water cup. Steak knife, used for steak. Dinner knife, used for main course meal, as well as dinner fork, used for main course meal. Dessert fork, used for dessert. Dinner spoon, used for main course meal items. Soda spoon, helps the spoon reach the bottom of a tall glass and stir. Dessert spoon, used for desserts. Ice cream spoon, used for ice cream. Wine glass, glass for red wines. Water glass, glass for waters to pass the wine. Sitting correctly in general is one of the basic norms of etiquette. Sit with a straight back, head up, and hands folded on the table or surface. Do not rest your elbows or forearms on the table. Types of glasses. The first glass is named tumbler, or old-fashioned. The second glass is a highball. The third is called a physioglass. The fourth glass is named a flute. The fifth glass is named a large Bordeaux. The sixth glass is a cordial. The seventh glass is a liquor. The final and eighth glass is a burgundy. Their uses: tumbler / old-fashioned glass, used for whiskey or cocktails like old-fashioned. Highball glass, used for cocktails with ice like rum and coke, gin and tonics. Physio glass, for sparkling wines, bubbly cocktails, and other cold cocktails. Flute glass, for sparkling wines like champagne, prosecco, and asti. Large Bordeaux, for Bordeaux wines, Syrahs, Malbecs, and heavier red wines. Burgundy glass, for delicate red wines. Liquor glass, used for serving sweet liquor. Cordial glass, often used for an after aperitif or for liquor. Good manners will open doors the best education cannot.